The morning breaks and you feel the aches. Stepping out on the wrong side of bed. The carpet's burning, the wheels are turning, and all you see is red. Things can only get better in sunny weather, yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like leaving a letter till things get better, yeah, yeah, yeah.
This episode of The Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by BitGravity. For mission-critical events, trust BitGravity by visiting bitgravity.com for more information. And by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster 40. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtek.com for more information. And by GoDaddy. If you need a domain name or you need hosting, trust GoDaddy.com and use promo code Jeff199 at checkout.
Oh my gosh! It is episode 27 of the Jeff Adams Show. Where we've been? I don't know, man. It's been 3 weeks of just going dark, literally. Well, this is the Jeff Adams Show. It is literally the best podcast in all Polk County. True story. Polk County, Florida. Best podcast. So someone tried to compete with me over that. But what the heck is a pod? Who came up with that name? Pod. I'm a little pod. You want to have a little tea pod party? Stupid name, podcast. Someone should have came with something better. Anyways, after that, all that great stuff. But
that's brilliant.
It's just brilliant, right? And you got to be brilliant smoking a pipe. The Merry Monk of Love, who last week, not last week, a couple weeks ago, pissed everybody off, and I lost, 2 sponsors. And, there you go, Merry Monk of Love. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's good to be back. And I'm very happy to have the Spastic Mystic joining us today.
Oh, thank you. Very happy to be here. Hi.
Hi.
If you'd like to call in and talk to us, 1-888-547-8383. I'm talking to you, Raunchy Fox.
Brother.
And we've got to introduce... We got to introduce the Wizard of Broadcast Magic, Stephen Haywood, producing the show there in the dark. Sitting there in his attic. That's where he lives now. His wife kicked him out of the house, lives in the attic. And so, guys, what's been going on? It's been a while. I mean, Sharon went on some vacation on some tropical island. Did you go to St. John's or something?
I did. I went to St. John. Yay. It was exciting.
What did you think about St. John's?
It was awesome. It was gotta say the only thing that I didn't like was it was just about the same heat index as Florida. Really hot. And I mean, when you're down at the water, it's okay, but yeah, when you're inland at all, super, super smoky, like steaming, and bugs. But other than that, it was great, and the snorkeling was amazing. Saw lots of sea turtles and all kinds of crazy fish, stingrays, an octopus, a bunch of reef squid, all schooling in a line. It was cool. There's a lot of cool things.
I actually went there 2 years ago, and for one of my wife's trips that we go to every year. And like right when I got on the plane, I felt like I was getting sick. So the whole time I was there, I had the flu.
Oh no!
Yeah. It was
well,
no fun.
that's exciting. How long were you there?
Like 5 days.
And so for 5 days you had the flu-ish. Did you do anything? Did you leave your room or anything?
Yeah, I did. I think like the third day I like medicated myself and went out and swam and stuff, but I had like, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Spread the plague around to everybody else?
Yeah, pretty much. I go, oh, you're the sick guy. Oh. So Mary Monk, what's been going on your end besides pissing everybody off?
Oh, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to talk about anything else.
No, it's going to get worse.
No, I want to hear what people were upset about on the last podcast.
Okay.
And I would like an opportunity to respond. And I would like you to read the post verbatim and don't soften it because I can take it.
Well, I'm not gonna I have to literally pull them up. Anyways, here's the thing. I went back and watched it and I was like, wow, that was a little over the top.
What?
Well, just, talking about a friggin' parasite coming out of my son's stomach.
What? Okay, I didn't hear this part.
Okay, he said that. Oh, I at first I had no prior knowledge that there was any sickness going on with the child that he imported from Haiti. I had no idea.
Imported? God, Erik.
My God.
So,
oh my God.
So I'm asking him. I mean,
like,
this.
Your son ever hear this? This is terrible. You're terrible.
So first off, and I'm just joking around. He adopted him. It's a very loving act, and it's actually what I was talking about on the podcast. I was saying, Jeff, where do you find this kind of compassion that you would bring another child into your house? And I was saying, these are all the things I would be concerned about if I was going to bring a Haitian child into my house and make him my own son. And I mean, I bow to you. That is an amazing act of love and kindness to another human being. So, one, I would be concerned about disease. And Haiti, I will read it from Wikipedia so that I can source my comments. And yes, I was.
Wikipedia is the most reliable source out there.
Oh, come on. I mean, everybody uses it. They're using it on papers and stuff now. I mean, it's.
No, they would never let us use that on papers, not in grad school.
Okay, here's the deal. And, research it wherever you want. this is a starting point because I can just lift it off my phone and I don't have to work too hard. So here's the deal. Haiti has one of the highest HIV/AIDS rates in the entire Caribbean.
The Caribbean, which is a very small area. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. The Caribbean is a tiny little.
Report Haiti's national HIV prevalence among adults age 15 to 49 is 1.9%. You go on to read that they think that AIDS actually got to the United States through Haiti. That is just information. How can you be upset about that kind of information that I'm sharing? That is a valid concern. And so, so when I asked if you had, what?
It's how you deliver. If you would have said it like that, people would go, oh, okay. But the fact that you threw my son under the bus and said some parasite was coming out of his stomach.
No, I did not bring the parasite up. You brought the parasite up.
What does a parasite have to do with HIV? I've
because
never heard anything.
I said, have you had him tested for AIDS? Because that's a risk. You're bringing a child into your house who may be sick because there is a high.
Adopting a child here in America is the same exact risk, if not more.
No, it's higher.
Oh, yeah, there's kids that are HIV positive all the time here.
Yeah, but it's a higher rate in Haiti.
What's the percentage here? I want to know that. Look it up on Wikipedia.
You got Wikipedia. You look it up. So here's the deal. I said, is he sick? And then while I'm asking him this, Jeff goes, oh, I just got a text from my wife. Marvin's, I guess they took him to the doctor, has a parasite. And I'm like, see, is that something you could catch? And that was a question of mine. Is that something that, that's a threat to other people in the house? And yes, I made a joke of like an alien thing coming out of his chest and stuff. And that was probably over the line. And I apologize for that.
But see, that's it. I don't, that's the thing. And that's people don't know, they just watch a show. They don't know like you're kidding around half the time because they don't know you personally. So people get, all upset and going, I want to slap him in the face, or I'm just like, seriously, he was just like joking around. I knew you were joking around, but it's just like it was. I guess from the people that complained, it was just taken the wrong way on their part. Like, how could he be so insensitive? Jeff just adopted a kid and yada yada yada, And I looked at you just for kidding around.
Right. Well, of course I'm kidding around. When we're doing a podcast. How boring would it be if everybody just sat around? Oh,
exactly.
That's just so great, Jeff. Good for you. Happy for you. And there, that's what a show would be like, just like this.
I said when we originally started this thing, Erik goes, I'll be, what was the word you said? I'll be the obnoxious guy that gets on everybody's nerves. Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah, and that's not necessarily an act. I mean,
Erik's like,
no. I mean, I'm just saying that will happen. I mean, that's again another fact.
It's bound to happen. At some point, you're going to get on people's nerves.
Because when I'm doing a show, it's just like the stuff that naturally comes to my brain. I just say it. I can't put a filter on it because it just gets boring. And you have enough people that you watch or you listen to and they're filtering everything because they're so concerned about what everybody else is thinking, and people go around thinking that there's this big eye watching them, and it's always judging them, and it's always like that is a terrible way to live, and it's a terrible way to do a show. You got to just open up the floodgates and say what comes to your mind and be who you are. And I'm sorry that that's offensive. If I go over a line, I will go back and say, okay, I am sorry, but I can't preempt. I can go back and apologize, but I can't walk around butt tight because somebody might not like what I say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've said stuff on the show that people didn't like. I was a little top. I pissed people off. I've got hate mail for stuff I've said.
Me
And
too.
so
I got an email.
you got an email?
My first bit of hate mail. What was it about, Eric? You remember that? I got some. Oh, well, because of my political beliefs. Remember, I was on Steve Brown, etc. show.
Yeah.
Remember that person wrote letters freaking out because I can't even remember if it was Obama. Was it? No, that was before Obama, right?
No,
but, like,
I think
I
you
remember,
supported
like,
Obama.
basically
I
we
think
were
you
joking
supported
about how
Obama, and
outed
they
me
said,
as a liberal.
yeah, you're a liberal, right?
Yeah. And like there were people that were just going crazy about that and about how could I possibly, have that
Yeah,
bent
but
and all
what are
this
you gonna
stuff.
do? You're gonna pretend to be somebody you're not, have beliefs
Yeah.
that you don't have.
I know.
That's the thing. And so, I really had no intention of hurting your son's feelings or Jeff's feelings. If I thought that I was hurting Jeff's feelings by saying those things and not helping him do a show, then, I wouldn't have said it. That's a fact, because I care about Jeff and I care about his new son. And,
Well,
I just think it's a
just so
funny way to
everybody
think of it.
knows- Everybody
he's
that knows
importing-
Eric knows. Eric, you're a great dad. And you love your kids and you love kids and you're a good person. So on anybody that
good
doesn't
person.
know that.
I am not a good person, but thank you for what you said. So I actually, the thing that I'm okay, two things that I'm most concerned about. One, that your mom was offended, Jeff. And I apologize to your mom publicly right now on the show. Where did Jeff go?
I'm here.
Okay. I expected a
He ran
response to that because that was such a gracious move on my part. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
So I really do apologize.
Multitasking.
And the other thing is, I wouldn't want to offend your kid if you ever watched this. But the other thing I want to bring up is I actually got a physical threat from Raunch Fox. Like there was a guy that said he wanted to hurt me because of what I said. And
yeah, I think
I don't think that I don't take kindly to that.
Well, I think that's the thing. He doesn't know you with that as a person. And
so I'm just going to threaten to hurt somebody?
Well, no, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the show can be believable. A lot of people don't realize, I mean, yeah, we're being ourselves, but there's also a little, acting to what we do, on many levels. Everybody thinks it's like completely real all the time. And so, like, you're right. You have to spice up a podcast or, you're going to sit there and hit the snooze button. Like, I can't watch other podcasts that are not entertaining. So you have to spice it up a little bit and keep people's interest. So I'm with you there. And I think people just watch it and they think this is really, who we are as people. I try to be as
it is who I
transparent
am. Those are the real thoughts I had when you told me about this, and I expressed myself the way I would normally express myself. That's not an act. I mean,
Well,
you guys hang out. You guys hang out
what-
with me. I say this kind of stuff.
I know, but from the common Joe, like, say if you just met someone and you said that to them and they just kind of looked at you, wouldn't they want to just go, what the heck? If they didn't know you and know your heart and who you are,
That's fine. I don't live for that person. I don't care. I don't, I mean, it's like, I'm going to be who I am. That's what I've decided.
And I love who you are. Because you text me and you said, are you pissed off, Jeff? And I said, no, I'm not pissed off. I just got to go through these 5 things that from people I got. And I'm just like, seriously? I mean, I was like.
So do you have them up? Can you read them? Are you not going to read them to me? Because they didn't send them to me. They sent them to you, which is another thing that I think is
I would have
lame.
to pull up 3 weeks on Facebook to do that. One's on on my page.
All right, whatever. Move around. Hey, you want to see? Speaking of Facebook, you want to see a guy with a giant zit on his back,
No.
and it's getting popped by his wife with like these big rubber gloves out in the backyard. I mean, come on, hold that up. That's some entertainment right there.
Is that you in the video?
No, you'll see that it's not me.
I think it is.
It's not.
Ew. Is it you? Is it you?
All right, we're gonna.
No, you'll see the guy's face in the video, and so we can pull it up after break. I don't think we've got enough time to do it right now and treat it with the kind of respect that we need to, and give it the kind of room that something this amazing needs to have on a show like this. I mean, I think it needs to be given a wide berth, and it's going to blow your mind, and you have to see it. It's
Well,
crazy.
this is this represents, before we go to break, this video represents new life for the Merry Monk. When you see this zit pop, you're gonna see all this stuff come out, and it's gonna be the joyful, brand new Merry Monk. Let's go.
You got.
It's go time. It's go time. Go, Daddy.
All right, you're watching this, the Jeff Adams show, and I know you're impressed, and you go, I need to have a show. Well, if you're going to have a show, you need to have a website. And if you're going to have a website, you need to go to GoDaddy.com. And if you're going to go to GoDaddy.com and you're going to get a new .com domain, you need to use the promo code Jeff199. You're going to get $1.99 URL. If it's a .com and you're a new customer for GoDaddy.com, new user, Jeff199, you're going to get $1.99 domain. That's pretty awesome. And if you've already been using GoDaddy, it's cool, and you want to do something new, you go and you use Host Off 11. Host Off 11. That's going to, I know it's confusing, but you're going to get 15% off with Host Off 11. And if you use that, then, you're good to go with the next thing that you want to put out there on the internet. And do it through GoDaddy, because GoDaddy rules, and they're a sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show and the Tech Buzz Network. And we are so grateful. Thank you, GoDaddy.com. Back to you, Jeff.
Have you ever thought about being a televangelist, Eric? I think, I just want to take my wallet out right now and go GoDaddy and spend all my money.
Well, it's a good deal. You should check it out. Jeff199.
That's a good deal. $1.99 domain names. Get out. Get out. So, anyways, well,
okay. So we were talking about this guy with this zit, and if you want to say it's a metaphor for life, you can, and we can maybe as we go along in the video, we can talk about that, how this is a metaphor for life. But look at this thing that this guy has on his back.
What in the world?
Now wait, here we go. Can you zoom in on that, man?
It's like an ingrown hairs.
You've got to be kidding me.
Look at that.
I'm sorry. I just vomited a little. Oh my God. I'm throwing up. This is disgusting. I can't.
Look at that.
I cannot look at that.
No, wait. Here comes a good one. What? Wait. Here. When she really gets a hold of it. Boom. Yeah.
Hey, that's actually, that guy works in the bakery at Publix. And makes cakes.
See, that ain't me. See that guy? Jerry Garcia.
Well, I don't understand how you would possibly get a zit that big.
I don't know, man.
What is that? Well, I mean,
oh
that's horrible.
You know what that? Whoa! Now wait, you have to at least stay with it until she comes around the other side, because you have to see what's going on the other side there. Okay.
I'm not looking. I cannot watch that.
My
Literally,
gosh.
I will throw up. That is the most disgusting thing.
And if you could hear the audio, you'd hear the camera person gagging, and you'd hear the whole family going, oh!
But I don't understand. Was that an ingrown hair? What
That's
how
not
could
an
you possibly
ingrown
have
hair.
that huge?
Look at that.
That can't be real, man.
It's
Yeah.
what do you?
This can't be
That's
real.
Stick with it till she comes around, and then you guys can get off it if you want. But you just have to see what's going on the other side of him. And I think he has one up on his shoulder too.
What is that's
And
not
look
real.
at that! Look at that woman. That is love right there. That is love. Okay, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at how big that is.
That's sad. I feel bad for him. That's like I don't know. Something is wrong with him,
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's not
He should
normal.
not be in the. Look at that. Oh, look at all that skin that's stretched out there. Yeah, he should go to a doctor. This should not be happening in the backyard.
And how painful that would be. I can't even imagine how painful that would be. It would
Yeah,
just
they
be,
mentioned that.
Oh my god, because you know how bad like just a regular zit hurts.
Yeah, they mention how bad he felt. The tightness and everything, that it was getting relieved as she was getting rid of that. Isn't that amazing? That's the kind of stuff you can get if you like me on Facebook, the Merry Monk of Love.
Dang mosquitoes. It'd be a big mosquito.
And I post that Jeff wants to make it a metaphor for life or a new life or something. But what I really thought when I saw that is, that's love, man. Like, that's love right there. If you want a picture of love, that woman taking care of her husband like that, and all of that, who would do that for another human being?
Well, my wife does it all the time when I have an ingrown hair. She pops it.
I mean, that's on the
I'm a
level.
very good
That's
wife. I'm a bad wife. I'm
That's-
a bad
that's-
wife. I can't do that. I would throw up.
But
I
that
don't-
really,
I couldn't
that's
do
on
it. I couldn't do it.
that's on the
But I
level
mean, you can
of
love
adopting a
somebody
Haitian
so
kid.
much and not be able to control the vomitous reaction that you have over something like that.
I'm fascinated
you
by
don't
it.
love them.
There's one that I posted on the Merry Monk of Love on the Facebook page that was, and you should watch this one, Sharon. It's milder. It's what started this whole thing. Somebody, actually Ben Huey posted that in response. That's a 25-year-old blackhead right there, and they're picking it out of their aunt out of her back, and it's just like you just go and you're watching this the whole time and you're rooting for them and you're like you want them to.
Oh, good God, what the hell?
You want that to, you want that coming at you. You're like, get it.
Oh my God.
Get it.
Funny
No,
story
and-
about one of those things. When I was a kid, I was in the mountains and I was hiking with my dad, and I touched his back, and I felt something. I thought it was a tick, so I grabbed it on the back of his back, and I twisted it, and he goes, "Dad, gummit, that's not a tick, that's a mole." And he freaked out about beat me up over it.
Well, moles are one thing, but that's yeah,
Very
that's fascinating.
Is this what you do? Is watch these things all day long or something?
No, I just found that on Facebook.
Isn't it amazing how technology has taken our lives? We watch people pop zits on.
Yeah, what in the world?
We've taken 10 minutes of the show to just watch someone pop their zits.
But actually, when I posted this, I said the best thing on Facebook today. And as I cruised Facebook, and this really was the best thing that I saw. I mean, I don't know.
Way. What is your definition of best?
Well,
What do you
it's
mean?
just all these people arguing and all these people, posting their, it's all this nasty stuff. And this is people helping people here. This is the human condition. This right here, we've all got zits and nastiness in our life. And I mean, you'd want somebody to help you out, to get a spot you can't reach. Who's going to do that for you? Huh? Only somebody who loves you. Look at that.
Sorry.
It goes on for a while. You're going to have to fast forward to see the whole thing. I mean, they really dig, but it's high drama on the internet.
Oh my gosh. I think that's what we should do a live remote. And the Merry Monk of Loves, if you show up with a zit or anything, we're going to do a live remote in Orlando, and the Merry Monk's going to show you some love. Literally.
Yeah, I'll display love and I think, that's what Jesus taught. Wash other people's feet, that's basically washing other people's feet right there. You know, back in the day, people had some nasty, dirty feet. You know.
Oh yeah.
Now here's this, and you know, I'm in all seriousness. Oh, he fast forwarded it. Here it is coming out.
Oh,
Look at that.
my God, what in the world?
But look at the relief. Watch. Look at wait. Ah,
So
it's
disturbed.
out. It's out.
I mean, why do you people videotape this stuff? I don't get it.
Because people watch it. People want to see this.
I don't
Oh,
want
and look at all the other stuff you could
wanna
get.
see it.
Look at did you see? It doesn't stop there. You could spend hours watching people.
Why? I mean, why? Jeez.
What? What do you mean? Why? Tell me right now you weren't just entertained and fascinated.
I was not. Actually, I was just grossed out. I don't have a strong stomach for stuff like that. I really don't.
All right. Well,
That's
maybe
just
I'm.
disgusting.
Maybe it's just me. You know, move along. What else you got planned for today,
Well,
Jeff?
You know, speaking of zits, let's check in with our weight. How about that? Maybe we can squeeze some fat out like that with a needle. So let's check in real quick. Oh yeah. You know, watching zits pop, it'd be amazing, you know, losing weight if you could, you know, just stick a
squirt it out
needle in your stomach and just pull the fat out, you know? I mean, that would be
They do
amazing.
that. Liposuction. It just takes a doctor. Look, it's like.
But how come you can't do that with a needle? Wouldn't it be so easier if you know, we could literally just take a video? I would do it. I would do a YouTube video of that.
You need more bandwidth. You need a bigger pipe. You need liposuction. You need vacuum.
Have you actually ever seen video of liposuction being performed? It's creepy. Because
Really?
they get really violent with it. Like they just sit there, they've got like this tube or whatever, and they're like like really hard, and then it's all sucking out blood and fat. It's very brutal. It's not like a nice, calm procedure.
And the way that I understand fat is that everybody has a set amount of fat cells, but as you get fatter, they grow. And so if you suck out that stuff, you're actually losing fat cells. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but again,
it's good.
Thank you,
That's
Wikipedia.
because that's why most people, when they lose weight, they gain it really easily again. Because they lose weight, so the fat cells shrink. Then they gain it really easily because they just expand again. They're already there. And that's why like liposuction and stuff is supposed to be better, because they actually remove those cells. So they're actually gone, so they don't blow up as fast anymore. But if you overeat and stuff, you gain more fat cells back again.
You gain fat cells, or you just grow your other ones after liposuction. You grow what's left. Because it was my understanding that you don't get new fat cells.
Add fat.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure you can add fat cells.
Oh, okay.
Cells reproduce.
I wonder if there's a YouTube video of someone getting liposuction, and as you know, they're awake eating a Krispy Kreme.
You know what I just remembered? I just remembered a dream I had about that movie, The Centipede, like just now. But I've never seen the movie The Centipede, but I've heard about it, and I saw a South Park episode kind of parodying it. And did you know that South Park, just for the first time, missed their deadline for a show because they have 6 days to air every time they do a show, and they keep themselves on this really, really tight schedule. But I think it was their 250-something show. They couldn't pull it off because of a power loss at the studio where they were.
No, that's not true. I read something different. They had a huge zit on the back that we just watched, and they had to be popped, so they missed the deadline. That's what happened.
So, but anyway, I digress. That was a little centipede dream I had. I'm actually just trying to say, hey, look at this over here, because I don't want to talk about my fat.
No, we got to go to break, man. We wasted the whole segment. We were supposed to check in with the weight, man. We're talking about zits and fat, liposuction, and
aren't we going to talk about the purpose of life? Didn't you say you want to talk about like what we find, what makes us, who we are, like how do we live and all that stuff? What gives us purpose?
Come back. Yeah, we also got to talk about the Sharon's new play that she's in. She's turning into a Broadway star on us.
Yeah,
so
she's an award-winning She's an award-winning actress.
I
That's
am.
right.
I am. I could go grab my trophy.
Bring it
Yes, sir.
over. Jeff has all his displayed behind him.
All right, let's go to break.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
And we're back. Boy, do I want a Krispy Kreme. So bad watching those Zits pop. We're here just, really, there's a format to the show, but we're just really shooting threes today. And, we're supposed to check in. We won't go, I'm degressing, Eric. I haven't worked out in a long time, probably a month. I weighed in at 247, so I gained 6 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, and that's not good. So how are you doing, man?
Well, I have gained a pound from our first weigh-in. I was at 253. Now I'm at 254. So I'm not losing anything.
Well, I gained, so that's not good.
Oh, I gained too.
Maybe
I tried, and then I just I don't care.
You just know I haven't had any time. I just been eating whatever I want to eat, snagging
Does
cookies.
time have to do with it? You just don't eat as much.
Yeah, when you're bored, what do? You eat. I'm stressed. I need to eat.
How can you be bored if you don't
I'm
have any
bored,
time?
I'm
You must.
stressed, I'm this, I'm that. There's a bunch of different reasons why you need
It's
to
an
overeat.
addiction. It's an addiction.
Sharon, tell me why I overeat. You know me. Tell me why I overeat.
Tell you
Tell
why
me.
you overeat?
Why do I overeat?
Because, what?
Come on, you're a psychology major. You tell me why I overeat.
I think sometimes you probably overeat for comfort because you can struggle with depression and stuff. So sometimes it just makes you feel happy to eat something that's yummy.
I want to know. That's actually good. I want to know if Eric was eating when he found that Zit thing on YouTube. I want to know what you were
if
eating.
he was,
Eric.
he's got a
Eating a
cast
Krispy Kreme?
iron stomach.
I actually did think of the baker at Publix with the frosting cone,
Exactly,
the little
man.
the squeezy frosting thing. When I was watching that, I'm sitting there going, eclair.
Happy birthday. So, Sharon, tell us about this new. You're back to acting. When I first met you, you were an actress, and now you're back in the muck of the mire, doing your thing. And we were goofing around before we went to break, but you did win an award for acting, correct?
I did. It was pretty cool. I do community theater, and it's over here in Winter Park. So it's called Breakthrough Theater, and I don't know if everybody's familiar with Winter Park, but anyway, it's a little hole in the wall theater. It's community. It's nice. It's owned by family, and it's gotten some votes as like the best community theater and stuff like that, and But anyway, I've done a couple plays there, and this time we're doing Twilight Zone. It opens tomorrow night, and it's 4 different directors directing 4 different Twilight Zone episodes, like actual original Twilight Zone episodes. So I'm the last one.
Which Which 4 Twilight Zone episodes are they doing?
One is called Night Call. It's a story of a man who he keeps having a recurring nightmare that he's being executed. That he's going in front of the judge and jury, and then they put him in the electric chair, and he keeps having this recurring dream, and he keeps trying to convince everybody that it's real, and it keeps happening to him. So that's one. There's another one called Shadow Play that I think. Oh, I know. Shoot. I can't remember what it's about.
Well, which one are you in? Which one are you in?
I'm in Talkie Tina. It's actually called The Living Doll. It's about the little doll the little girl gets, and it keeps threatening the stepfather, and keeps telling him that she's going to kill him. It's a pretty famous one.
Well, how come you guys didn't do the one on the freaking Captain Kirk on the airplane? There's a man on the wing.
That'd be hard to recreate. Number one, I don't know why. Well, the director.
You can do that in a play. You just do like a little, thing and. and
Maybe
make a
next
wing.
year they will. I don't know, because this is the second year in a row we've done this. So last
I
year
want to play that part. I want to go play that part. If you guys do that, I will play that part. I will play, William
Come
Shatner.
audition.
Spock,
You need to come on.
there's someone.
Wait, why is it William Shatner? That was John Lithgow on the movie.
Yeah, but the original Twilight Zone one was William
it
Shatner
really
that-
had William Shatner? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It goes,
it
I
was
didn't know that.
just over dramatic at that time as well.
there.
He didn't change much.
No, plane right now. Spock.
Piss him off.
It's
On the
Spock.
plane.
Oh my God. It's Spock.
Hey, if you want to call in, you can call 888-547-8383. Tell us your favorite Twilight Zone episode. Tell us about your zits. Tell us why you are alive. What is your purpose? This is the Jeff Adams Show. 1-888-547-8383. It's a toll-free call.
That's right. Hey, I posted something yesterday. You walking in Walmart, you're walking in Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever, and you see all this Christmas stuff. It's not even Halloween. You see all this Christmas stuff everywhere. And so I decided to put on, my son from Haiti likes musicals. He likes to sing all the time. So I put on the Scrooge musical. And that's one play. I would play anything in the Scrooge musical theater. I know every line, every word to the song. So that's on my my bucket list. Before I die, I got to play some part in Scrooge musical because I love that thing so much. Am I gay? No, I just like Scrooge musical. Okay. All right, crickets, please.
Anyway, if anybody wants to come out and see the Twilight.
There was like dead silence. Like, oh my gosh.
So
I really, really, really like Scrooge musical, and
in moments like that, I just say, you know what? It's the Jeff Adams Show. Let him have it. That's in moments like that. I'm just like, all right, let's see what he's gonna do next.
I mean, not on a big level, just like in the locally or whatever. I don't know. It's just
whatever.
Well, maybe we'll do that someday. You should start looking. There's several community theaters that do auditions all the time here, which I didn't realize that till I got back into it and stuff. Now I'm getting all the different announcements about different things to audition for. But there's a lot actually in the area, so you should just look.
Well,
Although,
what's
I don't
the
know
web?
if you could specifically suggest Scrooge musical.
Well, Sharon, I am doing it now. I mean, I'm playing the worst character I've ever played in my whole life. I'm trying to do a talk show, so
He's
I'm doing
playing
a little
himself.
community theater.
It's like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what Howard Stern said that one time he played himself in the movie. He said I never really understood it. He says the worst possible role you can have is to try to play yourself, and it is. And and the reason I say that is because we shot all these promos when I was working with Group One Crew. We did a reality show that was kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm meets it was like comedy, but you had to play yourself, and it was very, very difficult to play yourself. I can play any kind of character, but when it comes to playing myself, I can't do it. It's very hard.
I don't even know that I've even ever considered that. I don't know
But
how I would do that either. That'd be
You know
weird.
why?
I would think that would actually start to disturb your psyche a little bit. Didn't it? I mean, I don't know. Like you'd start to kind of dissociate or something.
Well, I think because people don't really know themselves. If you're going to play a character, part of what you have to do is you have to get into the skin of that person, and you have to go, what is that person's motivation? And this, just segue alert, this is a perfect segue to the topic, Jeff. Just be aware. I'm throwing this to you. Just a little inside look at how we run things on a talk show.
Exit 7 on I-4.
So the idea is when you're acting, you have to get into the skin of the character, and you have to know what's their motivation and what drives them. What is their purpose? And then you get into that, and then you act it out. And if you're going to do that with yourself, you have to take a hard look at yourself. And I think a lot of times we are really blind to who we really are and what our motivations are, and why we even keep trucking. Why do we do the things that we do? And so I could see that would be a very hard thing to do, is play yourself.
Yeah, well, I think I would probably end up doing character myself. You know what I mean? I would probably end up overdoing all my quirks that I do. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'd fall into this exaggeration of me, which would be horrible.
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, I was exaggerating myself, and then I realized in real life I was extremely exaggerating myself, and it got me in a lot of trouble at the homestead. It's very very hard to play yourself in a setting, and I learned that the hard way, and it's because you're analyzing yourself. I mean, because you can look at
Yeah.
other things but when you look in the mirror, I don't like what I see in the mirror. In fact, I'm looking at the monitor playback right now. I don't like what I see, you know.
Mm.
So it's very hard, you know. You put me in a mask or put me in some kind of crazy outfit or whatever, I'm good. But when it comes to myself, forget about it. So
Yeah,
anyways,
I know. I
Oh,
see
yeah,
myself on the
playing-
camera, and I
playing
can
out-
just go ahead.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that I see myself on the camera, and I can just see my tits growing. It's really gross.
Brother.
You know,
I can
Sharon,
come-
you should
I can
you
come
say
pop
whatever
for it.
you say whatever you were gonna say, but give a website where people can check out the plays and stuff like
Okay. Basically, whatever I was going to say. Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, playing outlandish characters is easy. I mean, that's actually the award that I won was for a character that I really did like. When I got the award, I just, was kind of I felt almost guilty because I thought this character is so great that I'm getting this award for playing her when she was super easy to play because she's just so funny. Like she was very. It was I don't know if you guys have ever heard of The Bad Seed, but it was a movie from the 50s, and it was about a little girl who ends up being a serial killer, and very interesting, kind of funny, kitschy script. But I played this crazy neighbor who was just really over the top and talked really fast, and she had met Freud at one point in her life, so then she thought she could like psychoanalyze everybody, and she was just really funny. Like she had a lot of funny lines, and she was just really, kind of lit up the stage. So when I got the award, I kind of felt bad. I thought, well, yeah, I mean, this is a good character. Anybody would have got this award,
that. But you sell yourself short. So what's the website?
The website breakthroughtheater.com. I believe.
All right.
Hey, give me a second to actually go there.
If you're in Florida, anywhere in Florida, you should come down to or over to or up to Winter Park and check this out. So go to the website that Sharon gets when she confirms it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the way you talk about exaggerating yourself or hating your own appearance or kind of putting yourself down, stuff like that. I would assume we all do kind of like that Dove commercial that went around where there was a forensic artist. Did you guys see that? The
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. The website. Yep. Yeah,
Breakthrough
it's
Theater.
It's spelled in the very theatrical way, theater, with an R at the end instead of an ER. So, but yeah,
So-
the shows are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Sundays are a matinee, and it's it's for Halloween. That's why we do the Twilight Zone because they're all kind of creepy episodes, and it'll run up through November 4th. So like for 3 weekends.
Nice.
And Mondays are always $10 for everybody. Students, I think, are always $10 or $12 or something. So anyway, but yeah, try to come out. If you like creepy stuff, it's fun because it's like a throwback to the Twilight Zone episodes, which is fun. And then it's kind of creepy to get you in the mood for Halloween. And so yeah.
Well, put a good word in for me. Put in a good word. I can play.
Okay.
You know
Well,
what?
I'll
Crazy thing about
let you
William
know.
Shatner, Sharon, is the fact that I emailed, his manager to try to get him on the show when I was trying to go,
you
get some of
really?
these people on the show. Yeah, and then they email like back and they go, William Shatner is not interested at this time. I was like,
not
"Oh."
interesting or not interested?
No, I mean I would love to have William Shatner on the show. Are you kidding
Oh my
me?
gosh, that's funny. Well, ever since he did that one, The Common People, that song, The Common People or whatever.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
a great.
it was
That's
so great. I've liked him since then. I thought he was a big, giant cheese ball until he did that. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this guy can make fun of himself and he has a sense of humor. And then he became, like I thought, he's pretty cool then,
yeah.
It's crazy
Well,
that guy in the new Star Trek, the guy that's playing Captain Kirk in the Star Trek movies now. I mean, it's crazy how well he plays, William Shatner's character. I mean, it's
Yeah,
nuts.
it's fun. It is
They did
funny.
a great job with that.
The most recent one made me laugh so hard at the beginning when the girls walk by at the very beginning and he goes, "Ladies, Jim Kirk."
yeah,
Such a
it's classic
schmooze.
William Shatner.
Yeah.
To a
So,
T.
so I got to go back. I threw you guys a segue and you didn't take it.
Now
You
you
don't
know
wanna
how I
go-
feel.
Yeah, but mine was mine was clear and well done.
Really? Why did we go there? I didn't go off exit 7 on I-4.
I said
But,
purpose. Actually, I put quotation air quotes around it. I even
feel
stopped
my
what I was
pain now.
saying. I even stopped what I was saying and gave you a little parenthetical. I'm throwing this to you, Jeff. I mean, I knew you wouldn't get it because you're whatever you're doing over there. I see that you're not half. You're half here. You're half
Right.
paying attention to your own show, and I was
am
throwing
here.
it to.
I am here. Now
All right.
you feel my pain. All these times I try to do segues and we went somewhere else with it. But you know what? Let's just be rebellious. The producer just said in my ear, 30 seconds to break. Let's go to break right now. Take that, Stephen Haywood. We'll be
Follow The Jeff Adams Show on these fine social networks. Facebook.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Twitter.com/The Jeff Adams. YouTube. bit.ly/The Jeff Adams Show TV. RSS. bit.ly/TJAS iTunes. All this on the Jeff Adams Show.tv and the TTB Network.tv.
And one. Sharon, check out this voice. I can play
Okay.
Casey Kasem. We should do a play about
Casey
Casey
Kasem smoking for a long time.
I'm Casey Kasem. I've
That
shut out all my
sounds
chicks
like the In a World guy. World.
in the world. Like, the crazy thing about Casey Kasem, though, is like he played a whole bunch of cartoon characters. Like, he'd go, this is Casey Kasem for American Top 40. Then, he also played Shaggy. Like J Scoop, like Zoinks, like Double Zoinks. See how I can do that? If you can do Casey Kasem's voice, you can do Shaggy's.
Yeah.
Can you do Rod
Like if you
Serling?
can do.
You see that segue, Eric? You see that segue? Let's talk about purpose. I just threw you a bone.
What a
And
turd.
you see that segue about Casey Kasem? Let's talk about purpose now. No, it's been a roller coaster week for me on many accounts, and I just kind of randomly threw out there, and Sharon can speak into this, and the Mary Monk can speak into this, but I happen to believe in Christ, so I kind of know what my purpose is, but a lot of people I just kind of threw out there on Facebook, what is our purpose? What are we here for? And I got a lot of interesting responses on Facebook. I probably got like 12, 13 of them. And a lot of them were, people that were believers saying our purpose is to, feed the hungry, taking the orphans, those type of things. But, like Mary Monk,
No.
where do
No.
you find,
You
where do
wait.
find
Don't throw it to
purpose?
me yet. Don't throw it to me yet.
Okay,
'cause you
Sharon, where do
said-
you find purpose?
I'll tell you. But you said you're a Christian, and so you kind of know where your purpose is. That's a big net you're casting there. What?
Well, you know what? I can
what do
tell
you-
you. I already cast the net, and like we were talking about adopting. I adopted my son, and it's like I did a blog a couple weeks ago. My pastor at my church did this series called "Not a Fan" based on the book, and I realized that I had just brought my son back from Haiti. He was sitting in church with me, and he was just basically talking about as you follow Christ, you can sit from the sidelines, or you can get in the game. And I looked over at my son and was like, okay, I'm in the game now. Finally, I did something, that's you're going to be lifelong. I took in an orphan, and embraced him as my own, like Christ did for us, if you're a believer. So I kind of know my purpose now. It's easy. It's easy for us to get caught up, like a lot of churches too. They get caught up in the politics or like the ministries, or even people that like, I'm called to do this. We get caught up in our talent, or that kind of becomes our stagnant, where we focus on the talent and not why we're really doing it. But I kind of know what my purpose is, and it's just spread the good news and try to be the best example I can be. And with all my faults and failures, I hope that Christ can shine brighter in me, because if people look at me for perfection, they're going to be highly disappointed and want nothing to do with Christ. But Christ within me shines. So that's kind of my purpose that I'm trying to achieve. But it's a daily process for me.
Well, I think anything that I've tried to grab onto that requires my performance. You know, that, okay, I'm a father. And so now I have to do these things to be a good father. And that's my purpose, or that's my identity. Or, you know, I'm a producer, or I'm an author, you know, anything, even the best thing. Like, I am somebody who, you know, I haven't taken orphans, but I'm somebody who, you know, has helped the poor. I am somebody who has cared for, raised money for children in Haiti. I've, you know, fed people on the streets. You know, anything that I put my identity into that requires my activity, I think is ultimately disappointing. I think at some point you look at it and you go, okay, I've done all this good stuff, but that's not really who I am. I don't think that we are what we do. I think what we do is an outflow of who we are, but I would have to say that my purpose, like the one thing that's totally unshakable, that that I can't screw up or isn't going to disappoint me, you know, whether it's like I don't get published, or my show's not good, or, you know, I fail as a dad, or, you know, so what, you feed the homeless people, there's still another homeless person around the corner, you know, you know, not, and you're tired and you don't want to feed them anymore, you know, whatever you get to, and you feel that futility. I think that my purpose is to be loved by God. Like, that is my sole purpose, is to enjoy unconditional love regardless of anything that I do. And it's just to be a son of God, totally accepted and acceptable, not because of anything that I've done. And that, to me, gives me the most peace, and also fuels a love for other people. Because, like Steve teaches, you can't love until you've been loved, and then you can only love to the degree to which you have been loved. And so I find that if I just focus on everything is a gift, you know, and I soak in that. Hold on a second. Hey, Ron, hold on just a second, and we'll be right to you on the Jeff Adams Show. Thanks for calling in. So you can listen to me blab just for a bit. So,
got you muted here.
So there's he's just I'm waiting for my turn. I don't care what he says. But there's this rabbi that I've thought about lately. It's come up in a number of conversations, and I thought about it when you asked about this purpose thing. And so this rabbi teaches that everybody should have 2 notes in their pockets. What does that look on your face? Sasquatch. But everybody should have 2 notes in their pocket. So in your right pocket, when you're feeling like you're down and you're a loser, and, you know, you haven't accomplished anything and everything sucks, and, you know, you're tired and you're beat down and you're worn out, you reach into your right pocket and you read a note that says, "For my sake was the world created." And that's what I'm talking about, is, you know, just being a child of God, with everything being a free gift, unconditional love, not because of anything that I've done, but who he is. And then in the other pocket, when you're getting, you know, full of yourself, and you're getting arrogant and proud, or you're thinking too highly of yourself and like too much of the world, you know, hey man, you know, the orphans, if Jeff, if you don't take care of them, nobody else is going to do it. You hear that sermon from your preacher. It's like, you got to get in the game. You got to do all this. And you look at yourself and you're like, you know, yeah, I'm the man. I'm going to do this. And I feel all that pressure, like the whole world depends on me and what I do. Then you reach into that other pocket and it says, I am but dust and ashes. And so it's the tension of these 2 notes. I am but dust and ashes, and for my sake was the world created. And I think living in that, it's more of a being rather than a doing. But there's lots of good doing that comes out of being that kind of person. So that's my purpose.
That's good. Sharon, you got anything to add?
Well, I was just thinking that I think I've realized over the years that my purpose changes, you know, throughout my life. And there's different, I mean, there's some that, you know, are pervasive, you know, purposes of, you know, just like you said, Jeff, like serving God, or like being a Christian, or like, what does that mean exactly? And there's a lot of seeking that goes into that, and a lot of, you know, really working that out throughout your life. But I think at different times, there's different things I'm put on earth to do, you know, so it kind of changes throughout, you know. Right now, I was thinking about, the other day I had a really big epiphany, because I'm back in grad school, to go to mental health counseling. And that's something that, has been a secondary love of mine. But anybody that knows me well knows that I love animals and nature a lot. And I've tried throughout the years to get jobs working with animals. And so the other day I was like, gosh, am I doing it again? Am I not? I'm not going for my actual calling, which is working in some kind of like wildlife biology field or whatever. Am I doing it again, going into counseling? And then I realized, basically, I think for now and for who knows how long, basically, if I got into something having to do with animals, it would be for me. Getting into counseling is for others. And I think that's something where I realize, okay, my purpose in life for now, for the season or for however long, is to do counseling, to try to help people and try to ease people's, pain, their mental pain or emotional pain. And that's a really high purpose. There's a lot involved in all that. And it's like, well, that's for now, but that doesn't mean that 20 years ago I should be doing that. There's a lot of other things I've done and accomplished that I think at those times were God's calling for me, or they actually were my purpose. And I think it's going to keep evolving until I'm not here anymore,
Yeah. With that, we got Ron on the line. We got about I wish we could have hit this topic a bit earlier, but I'm very proud of the show today. We just was kind of shooting the breeze and we got a little serious, but we got like 4 minutes. If you'd
have taken the segue earlier, you Sasquatch.
Exit 7, I-4.
Ron.
Yes.
Put the audio back on and join the show.
You want me off of the phone?
No. Hey, Ron, you hit up on Twitter about purpose. You said you're
I'm sorry,
62
I had to
years
turn
old.
the volume up a little.
All right. Do that, Ron.
Still there?
Yeah. Ron, can you hear me, Ron?
Hello?
Ron?
I'm not hearing anybody.
Ronnie?
Well, that's not. No. That's not my fault. Not my fault.
Ron?
Hello?
Ron? Ron, turn up the sound on your end.
Oh, yeah, I hear you better now. I'm an old guy.
Ron, did you find your purpose in the volume control on your computer?
Well, you know how it is. If I'm talking to you on the phone, I got to have the volume muted on the computer. Otherwise, we get all sorts of... I tell you, I think I stumbled across what turned out to be my purpose in life.
Okay.
The beginning came with an ending. I had married late in life when I was 49 years old, but it was like my high school sweetie from 33 years prior. And the marriage ended after 6 years. We just realized it wasn't a good idea, and we wanted to end it in a friendly manner. And then, like a few years later, in 2006, I got new teeth because I had to have all mine pulled. And then 2008, I got online with the videos and stuff. All of a sudden, doing my own thing, talking about tech and all my misadventures, it became a thing for me. People out there, you find me interesting,
You are interesting, Ron. I'm fascinated by your videos. You tagged me and you went grocery shopping a couple weeks ago, and you tagged me on a tweet with your video, and you actually bought a plastic plant in my honor. I'm very honored about that.
Plant, sir.
What's that?
It's a real plant.
It was. I thought it was plastic. My bad. But you bought like probably $1,000 worth of groceries, and you showed the whole world what you bought, which was amazing to me. It made me very hungry.
Oh yeah. The food's just about done. I mean,
Ron, do you have any real massive zits that you could film?
Oh, come on. God, just forget about that.
He wasn't here for that. He just popped in probably 10 minutes ago. But Ron, watch it on playback, and you'll know exactly what Erik's talking about. We played like this disgusting YouTube popping up zit.
That urgent doctor to visit to the lab. They wanted to check my kidney functions right away because I accidentally was taking double the amount of blood pressure medication for 90 days.
Oh, geez.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I'm still kind of discombobulated by that whole thing,
Man, I hope
Oh,
you're
I
gonna.
was planning to catch your show, but they really wanted me to get down there. So
Well, you gotta listen to the doctors. It's very
You
important.
got your
Jeff-
priorities straight, Ron. I just want you to know that.
yeah.
no,
You can
I mean,
always you can always put the Jeff Adams show on at night and play back and fall asleep. So for comfort level.
Well, man, I hope you're gonna be all right. Did they say you're gonna be okay?
I think so. I mean, it's just going to take a couple hours to get the results because, it does affect your liver when you're taking that medication. And I've been a little extra busy and, like, not really sleeping that well and all that kind of stuff for a while. I was kind of getting really frustrated. Supposed to be feeling better, so I can go out there and walk 5 miles a day or something,
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
hang in there, man, and thanks for calling
Yeah.
in.
Man,
Always
yeah,
good to hear
I know
from
you know
you.
what, Ron? Ron,
I'm sorry.
thanks for being the #1 fan of the Jeff Adams show, man. You're such a huge supporter of the show. I really appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
You're always
You know-
saying encouraging words and, calling in the show, saying nice things on Twitter. So I really appreciate you, being a fan of the Jeff Adams show.
Thanks, and you're welcome. And I'm sorry, I'm not hearing correctly, but I think I probably better get off the phone so you can finish up the show.
All right, well, hang in there and take care of yourself, man.
All right, man.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. So I guess we went 1 minute over. It's good hearing check up with Ron Knight, and very, very good man. So guys, it's been fun. I love just shooting the breeze with you guys. It actually turns up to being a great show when we don't have an agenda. Wish we could have talked a little bit more about purpose. There was lots of people that chimed in on Facebook. Didn't get to read a lot of those. But yeah. Sharon, your plug on the theater real quick.
Yep. Breakthrough Theater of Winter Park. Go to the website. You can get tickets. It runs for 3 weekends. It's just a good, fun, kind of kitschy, scary, little fun thing. So.
And the Mary Monk is doing a live zit popping this Saturday at the Goodyear Tire in Winter Park, 12:30 p.m. So make sure you check that out.
Okay, and I apologize in advance, or if anybody was offended by anything that happened today, and I apologize now before you even complain. So hey, there's me looking not as fat as I do right now.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
before we go, what the heck was that all about?
I went to Halloween Horror Nights with my daughter and my wife and my niece. And I was sitting there in line waiting for that rocket roller coaster. And my daughter took a picture of me, just kind of standing there waiting. And I found it on my phone later. I didn't know she took the picture.
Were you
No, it's
wearing like
true.
Superman underoos or something underneath there?
And
or
so-
what?
That's what I
My-
said. I said he looked like Superman, like he was about to take off.
You guys see that?
That,
What's that?
what is that?
No,
It's
pull it up
the
close.
it's the Sharia Halloween costumes for ladies. The they got the burqas on. So you got the hot nurse in the burqa. You got the what do you got? Sexy nurse Cleopatra, naughty schoolgirl.
It's hilarious.
those-
isn't it?
Look at the variety there.
I know.
The sexy schoolgirl. Sold out.
Yeah. Okay. Now nobody's gonna call in about the hate on the Muslims, huh? That was Jeff's doing.
We just opened Pandora's box. All right.
That was Jeff's doing. Offend them, they'll actually come and kill you.
Oh, jeez. There goes our other sponsor of the Halloween costumes there. So
Go
Well, that
ahead, kill me. Do me a favor. Raunchy Fox, Sharia law people, whatever.
No, right.
Come
All right.
on.
It was great to be back hanging out with you guys, and see you next week. We're back on track, and man, episode 27, we're close to 30. Can you imagine that? A month full of Jeff Adams shows to put you to sleep at night. Until next week, we out.